again, well, I'll wait till the next meeting and talk about a request from Patty and staff and look at how we can get some educational things going with the two conservation authorities, and then what do we need to do as a municipality in terms of our public spaces. In the north end, it's not an issue. There's not a whole lot of ash trees, but I'll tell you, the south end is huge. And in another year or two, I mean, the devastation is there now. And our residents need to take their own responsibilities, but they need some education in some places about what to do and what not to do. And we need a plan for our public spaces going forward. So anyway, and I have something else that I've scrawled down here and I can't read it. So no, I had it all written out usually at home, but I got left it in the kitchen counter.
No, it's okay.
I don't know what that means.
I'm going to steal the word passion from Councillor Elman. Just attending the Doors Open events on Saturday, and I got to 3 different events, and the hosts are phenomenal. They love what they do because this is their property, this is their event. They are very passionate about what they do, and they love to show off their wares and talk about their goods because this is what their stock and trade is. And backing on the economic development, this is exactly what we do, to bring more of this to our community because I know there's people from outside of Lambton Shores coming to Lambton Shores to see it. It wasn't just all Lambton Shores people driving around. So exactly. So we know that there's people up there that are doing that. But on I guess a little down note, one of our local doctors in Arcona, Dr. Beatty, is leaving our community after serving us for the last 32 years. There's an open house scheduled for Saturday, October the 13th from 1 to 3 at the Arcona Senior Center. For the community, come give Dr. Beatty our best wishes. There will be a couple presentations by the community and the Arcona Lions. The Lions own the medical dental office, and they are actually looking for a replacement for Dr. Beatty at this point, but not pretty successful. So it's good and bad.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, no. Everything that I've been a part of has been mentioned, so I'm not going to waste anyone's time.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to waste some time. The tree cutting bylaw is a draft form. It's in the Lambton County tree cutting bylaw. And the meeting October 9th, a public meeting at the Wyoming Legion at 7 o'clock. And there's a meeting October 16th in Thetford at the Legacy Center. This is for woodlots, and it's an updated bylaw to the county. And because the only sawmill is in Lambton Shores, the meeting is going to be here at Thetford at the Legacy Center on October the 16th at 7 o'clock. Doors Open. It was a great. I attended. I made the rounds and got to all the locations that were in Lambton Shores, except the Kettle and Stony Point one because it wasn't open on Sunday. Got to all of the locations. It was great. The people that were there, as you say, are so proud of what they're doing, and it was a great way to bring people into our community from all over. And you talk about a guy being up, somebody that lost 90% of their apple crop this year, and talking about how great next year is going to be, and an optimist, it does your heart good. If people could have that much of a devastation in a year's crop and still be so positive, it'd be great if more people could be like that. An issue or a suggestion that has been brought forth to me for a chamber event for next year is a busker festival, and our bylaw doesn't really allow that, but I would like to have a report from staff on ways to either amend it or waive it for a year to see if this would work. So I guess I'm asking for some follow-up. Okay, to bring a report in from staff dealing with the busker festival and work with the Chamber of Commerce on this.
What question to that? Is that an ongoing thing or is it a one-time thing?
It will hopefully turn into an ongoing thing, but it might just be if we're looking at our bylaw trial, seeing how licensing or jurying or any of that stuff that could work together. So the Chamber has been in contact and we'll get a report on what our options are available for that. Councilor McGuire will move it. John, second. Get a report. All in favor of that? Okay. And Canetto was opening the redone on Thursday night, I believe.
This Thursday. We get it all. Oh, is it this
Um,
Thursday?
Yes, a God is good.
That's what that
What
is.
is,
What was that?
It's a God, visit this God community.
Oh yeah, South Tower Ranch on third, Wednesday night.
By invitation.
Like this is good.
Okay, that's all the council's reports. We have some issues that we didn't get through on the closed portion. Yes, I was just was saying we have to go in camera, so is there any, it's an opportunity for the public to make an inquiry as to an item of business that was on the agenda. Yes, sir, speak to me.
I'm sorry, 14.1, is that what you're talking about?
14.1, yep, this is the public, there was an opportunity to ask a question,
My
or
name is-
clarification.
My name is John Horgan.
Yep.
I just wanted to clarify something regarding 7.3.
Okay.
That's the Vance Road
Yep.
debacle. The road has already failed. Now, it wasn't mentioned, at least I didn't hear it come up at the meeting, about the potholes. The potholes are already back. That's 2 months after it went down. The works department were out prior to, and filling the potholes with coal patch prior to the reconstruction method. Now, that contractor came back with the reconstruction method, and he didn't follow through on anything, no, I shouldn't say that, he didn't follow through on the base the way he should have. All of that stuff is starting to come out already. We're getting bumps all down the road. Now, on top of the potholes, now we have the washboard, which was discussed, the washboard issue.
Okay.
So I just wanted to clarify that
Okay,
road has failed. Now, if the contractor fixes the road properly, as promised, okay, we'll get out of your hair. But if not, we do need a short-term program before your long-term program kicks in, that you've already said you want. And you can rest assured, we're gonna be back and we're gonna be organized, so that's, just fair warning.
Thank you. Anyone else with clarification? Justin?
I noticed that on the agenda, Councillor McGuire put in a notice of motion for the sidewalk on Ontario Street. I'm thinking that should have been an emergent issue instead of a notice of motion, because twice it's already sat between council, both in a meeting as well at the safety zone. Both times a report was supposed to be given on the problems and the ramifications for that. Both times I've asked if it was going to take a life before we got something done, and this week it did. One of the victims of the 2 people that got hit passed away. I don't think that we need to keep pushing it off and pushing it off. I realize that you have an issue with the MTO that you guys need to resolve. I think that now that you have a fatality on your hand, you need to take the harnesses in your hand and say, not how do we work with you to get it done, but get it done and then deal with it. It's not gonna, you don't wanna lose another life.
Okay, the notice of motion's on the agenda.
No, but it should be, you should have that report that you've been asking for over a year and a half now.
No, I don't believe so. Thank you. We'll get this looked after.
When? Before, when are you gonna get looked after? Is this gonna be another thing that falls through the cracks? Because it has for a year and a half.
We've implemented a community safety zone.
Just a question about that community safety zone then. Did anybody approach Pinedale Hotel, Grandpa Jimmy's, or Pizza Delight about putting up safety signs on their flashing screens? Because that was brought forth and that was a recommendation that was made, and it was